I can't pull it back. So I try to do that. So I got no pony.
You need to take a picture of that and send it to Frankie because he literally always tells me, like, you seriously put your hair in this little boy ponytail all the time.
But I tried to do like a high pony today, and I thought I had it, and then I looked, and there was just like all these little hairs all in the back. But
yeah, mine's starting to actually grow, but I need to get it cut because it's like dead. Chloe's yelling from the bedroom, "Your hair's not growing, Mom."
Hi, Chloe.
She's actually supposed to be going to bed. She has been ending up in our bed like every night right now, which I think is another reason I'm not sleeping or getting better. Okay, so for the fitness group, for anyone, we might still have a few more people getting on, but for the fitness group, what it is going to be, if you were a coach last year, we did this. If not, you'll be doing it for the first time. But what it is it's just how like the 12 days of Christmas goes, like the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, that kind of thing. And each day we add on an exercise. So I don't think we finished it, but we'll have literally all the exercises and the posting schedule for it. Me and Ashley and a couple other Diamond girls were putting it together. And then we'll be able to post it. So it will start this coming Monday. So you can promote it all week. And you can promote it, or you can, do a little exercise and then write it in there. I'm going to put up tonight like a little, it's just like a picture of me, Frankie, and Chloe. And then it says, something about the holidays. And then I write on there that it's a free one. When I post about a free group, I always write free in capital letters, only because I want people to know like it's 100% free. That is the one thing, I don't think we switched it yet, but for BOD, they are supposed to be switching it so that when people go on to like, if we do like a free week of BOD, that they don't have to put their credit card in. Because that is one of the things I absolutely hate about it, is we're like, hey, come do this free week with me, but you have to put your credit card in, which means you have to cancel it later. And that's like a whole process for people that turn people away, because then it's not really free. It ends up being a pain. If they like it, then it works out. But so what we'll be doing is posting, and then depending on how many people everyone gets, we'll split up into like 5 coaches or just a couple of coaches in each group. This one I'm not doing in the app. If you wanted to do it in the app, you could, but since it's only going to be like 12 days and they don't have to mark off Shakeology and they're going to just be doing exercises, I'm going to do it in a Facebook group. And I think that's what majority of people are doing. So we'll just split up as we see, like if some people have 20 people and some people have 5 people, we'll make sure that it's even so that all the groups like have the same amount of people and one's not huge and one has like no one. You can promote it all the way up till Sunday, because they don't have to have anything for it. They don't have to like have their stuff come on a certain time. And then we'll just be sharing like Christmas recipes and tips. And then we'll keep adding on a workout every single day. Something I recommend doing if someone wants to join your free group is you can ask them to tag, ask them if they have a friend that might want to do it with them or a family member, and have them bring them into the group, or 2 people into the group. Because for free groups, it's really all about giving them free content without them paying for anything. Hold on. Kim, are you the one that's loud? You're always loud.
On you.
Of course, it's Pam. Anytime that girl gets on the call. So that's how the free group will work. Is there any questions you guys have about that? Also, I'm going to provide just a weekly meal plan that they can be doing during the group if they want to. They don't have to, but it's just free content for them. And for that, you just really want to make sure, write out a list of who's in your group, because if you can get 20 people in that group, message people and just say, I'm having this free group. For some reason, when I post something like that on my page, there's a lot of times that literally no one will like it or comment. And I don't know if they just scan over it. But then if I message people on the side, everyone will join in. So I always send messages on the other side. Pam, I am not doing giveaways. What about sorry late? Oh, sorry. I was reading what you wrote. I mean, we could do giveaways if we wanted to do like little Christmas things. I wouldn't care if we did that. But yeah, no, usually with free groups, I don't do giveaways. And then, was there any other questions about the fitness group? No.
I know I missed the beginning, but are you going to decide who's splitting up, or should we just kind of team up together?
Depending on what I said is if everyone's pushing for 20 people and trying to get 20 people in, then we'll try to split up so that all the groups are kind of even. So maybe on Friday, if everyone can try to get their invites in, and then I can post in our team page, and then you guys all just comment with how many people you have, and that way then we can split everyone up, because that way we want one group to be huge and one group not have anyone in it. We want to make sure it's like even, so that the more people in it, the more fun hopefully it gets.
And what day are you starting?
Monday.
Okay.
Cool. 17, 18, 19, 20. Technically, we should be starting before Monday.
Yeah.
Because Christmas Eve is the 24th.
Christmas Eve will be day 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm really bad at math, but I think it'll take us up to Christmas Eve.
Okay, so I don't know what I just did, but I went way past Christmas. I was like, wait, that's not going to work.
Well, if you start on 12 and it's 12 days, 12 plus 12 is 24.
Okay, I don't know what I was doing. And for a second, I was like, wait, this is not going to work at all, because there's no way we can do 12 days and then be like, haha, just kidding. We're going to go to New Year's. Okay, hold on. And sorry, my computer is like not pulling up certain things. All right, I want to talk a little bit about the back office. When you guys log in and you go to like the coach online office and it says like welcome in your name, make sure you guys, there's a Success Club button right there. And always, what I do every single day, no matter if you just started or you've been coaching for a long time, I always log into my back office before I start working and like inviting and sharing and doing all that stuff. And I check my Success Club, because that's where on the top, it's going to tell you if you've hit Success Club. And then underneath, it's going to tell you if you had anyone order Shakeology or whatever. Make sure you check that, because if you have an order go through and you don't know and they went under someone else, then you might like wait forever and they might not be able to switch it. So always go in the back office and check. And also know sometimes it takes up to 72 hours to switch it. I always live chat if it's the end of the month, just to be extra careful, but you can always talk to me and I can help you do that. The other one I want you guys to look at is the one that's next to it, and it's Leadership Ladder. That is one of the best ways to know if you are growing your business in the right direction. So I always check there, and right now it has last month's in the first column, and last month's means that's what you hit. Income-wise, Success Club, your highest paid rank, how many personally sponsored coaches you had hit Success Club. It tells you your week leg value, and then if you have team leaders. So it's going to say everything from last month, and then the far right is going to have everything that should be like your next benchmark. And so it will tell you income-wise, this is what you need to hit. This is Success Club. And even if you don't hit those, then it keeps switching. So the following month, you know every single time, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be pushing. This is where I'm supposed to be going with this. Do you guys have any questions about the leadership board? No? Also, with the leadership board, if you go under news and training in your back office and you click on training, This is for anyone, again, it has getting started right, coaches, Emerald and Ruby, Diamond and 1-star, 2 to 4-star Diamond, and so on. So it has each one. Make sure you guys go check that out, because there's things in there that we might not have gone over, and as a coach, you might want to look at. And basically what it is, if you click on it, it's telling you this is what you need to know, and this is what you should know. So that way, when you're pushing for Emerald, when you're pushing for Diamond, when you're building your business, you know at each part, okay, this is information that I should be researching, and these are things that I need to be doing as a coach. So that way you kind of stay on track with where you should be at with certain things. And then it also has, under training, you can click on leadership ladder, and it has the benchmark breakdown. So it will literally tell you this is a business starter, team builder, team leader, organization leader, and executive leader. And then it goes into detail for all of that. So if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. But that has been extremely helpful for me, because even if you don't hit Success Club, if I could talk, even if you don't hit it, or even if you don't have any personally sponsored coaches yet or anything, that is a way to every month know what you're doing in your business and where, okay, now I need to push for this. So maybe it says you should hit Success Club 5 and you hit Success Club 2. Then you know next month, all right, I hit 2, I need to get to 5, so your goal is going to be 5 again. Even if you don't get there, it gives you something to push for. And everyone's will be a little different depending on where you are. And Alex, Kelly, and Pam will all be getting announced, but they actually all just went up in the team leader, or they all became team builders, right? Hold on, let me double check that before I actually. Yeah, all 3 of you guys became team builders. So just so you guys know, you'll be getting announced for that tomorrow, but also for the team. So as you go up, it's kind of fun too, because then you know what you're working towards and you can see it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions on that, let me know, but use your back office. Even when it comes to meal plans, you guys, there's so many meal plans. You can log into Beachbody, pick something like type in dinners, look up different dinners, and they'll have them that are 21-day fix approved, and it's quick and healthy, and different snacks. Those are all things that you can be making and sharing on your page. So use the back office, because there's tons of awesome information. There's also like tips about just staying in shape during the holidays and working out and different things you can be doing in different moves. Also, if someone ever asks you something about Shakeology, go in your FAQs and you can usually type in their question and it will pull tons of stuff up. And if it doesn't, then let us know and we can try to find it. And if something doesn't seem right, then let us know, because sometimes FAQs are not right. What is the difference between team leader and team builder? Team builder, both of them are Success Club 5. Team builder, highest paid rank for that is Emerald. And for team leader, it's Diamond. Personally sponsored coach, hitting Success Club is 2 for team builder and 4 for team leader. So basically it goes business starter, team builder, team leader, organization leader, and then executive leader. So it's just like you're moving up, and each time you get to that one, then they're like, okay, now you became a team builder. Now we're going to have you try to hit a higher income, help more people, and help your coaches hit things. So for instance, I'm at team leader, and to go to organization leader, I have to, because that is like one of the ones that once you get to team leader, that's the biggest gap. Like you sit at it a little while. And usually it's because your weak leg has to be 1,500 in PV, or 15,000, I'm sorry. And you also, personally, you have to have 2 personally sponsored team leaders. So again, it goes off of like you growing your business. And they're saying, okay, if you're at this point, then your team should be following at this point, and then it's all based off of that. But it's a good way just to track it, and even just track your income to know, like, okay, I made $100 this week. And next month, your goal will be $150 or $200. And then you can compare those and know like, okay, well, I went up a little in income, so I'm doing something right. Or I helped 3 people this month instead of 2 people. And it's just good to go back and forth. That's basically it, I think, on that part. Do you guys have any questions on that? What do you mean, so glad we are not accountants? Okay. Oh, got it.
Adding math. Numbers.
I already forgot. Okay, hold on. All right, next one with hitting goals. Okay, so this topic I wanted to talk about because I think we need to talk about it. And I want everybody to understand, in this business, we are here to help people. Well, most of us start off, the first thing is to get ourselves healthy and to be the best version of ourselves. And once we start doing that is typically when people decide, hey, I want to start coaching because I want to help other people do the same thing. And with that, then you start building a business. While you guys are doing this, make sure you're checking in with your personally sponsored coaches and knowing what each person's doing, whether you are going for Emerald or Diamond, whether you are just doing this for accountability and support and just being in the team page and having the team. Make sure your personally sponsored coach knows what you're pushing for, because that way we can help you push. Me personally, if I am your personally sponsored coach, if you tell me that you want to hit Diamond by a certain time, or you want to hit Emerald or help 3 people or do whatever, I will help you push until the last second. But I also want you to know during that, when you start to give up on yourself, I'm not going to give up on you, because that's the same way. Even when I'm pushing for stuff, I go to Ashley sometimes because I know, hey, if I am struggling, she will give me that extra push and remind me like, no, you can do this. That post I put up yesterday about people going Emerald, I forget there was something in there that I wrote, some quote that I found actually was what inspired me to put that post up. But that quote that I put up, actually I'm going to pull it up so it makes more sense. Okay, so the quote that I had found was, it says, I absolutely hate backup plans. The minute you have a backup plan is when you start admitting you can't do this. That, when I was reading it, because I was just randomly like looking, I actually was trying to find food recipes, but came across that. But that is something that I think is extremely easy to fall into with this business. When we start feeling like I'm doing everything and I just can't get there, you start doubting yourself. Because you've probably never done a job like this before or a business like this before. So it's a little bit out of your comfort zone. If you're anything like me, I didn't even have an active Facebook before I started coaching. And I actually thought it was weird that people added you on Facebook without knowing you. And I'd be like, decline to all of those people because I just thought it was weird. I hated people posting all the time on Facebook because I'm like, gosh, these people are so annoying. I don't care that you're working out. I don't care about your food. And one of the things that I have a lot of coaches when I sign people up that are like, I don't like posting on Facebook. And that's like their scariest part about it. And I always remind people, you have to remind yourself the reason you're posting is to help inspire someone. It's to help add value to someone's life. It's to help encourage someone that might not be trying to live their best life because they're stuck in a rut and they don't know how to get out of it. Whether it's fitness related or just in general, their overall way that they're living. And a lot of times it can even just be the personal development part, and that's the part they need. So when you're sharing on your Facebook, remind yourself you're sharing to help other people and people that you might not have reached out to had you not shared that post or shared that little inspirational quote that day. I can't tell you how many times I share an inspirational quote, and it will be like, just a regular quote that I found. And that's when people are like, hey, thanks for sharing that. That's what inspires them. Not like the workout stuff, not the shakes, not any of that stuff. It's like, hey, that quote you posted totally made me think about something differently, or I needed to hear that. So just always remember those things when you are posting and building your business. Is everything you're sharing on your page, you want to ask yourself, like, how can it help someone else? How can it inspire someone else? Where can it add value in someone else's life when you're posting? Because we don't post, at least we shouldn't be posting just to be like, look at me, I'm in the best shape of my life and I'm the best person ever. You're posting and trying to be real and letting people see like, hey, I wasn't where I was, a year ago or 2 years ago. I was in a completely different spot in my life, and now I'm here because of this. And encourage them to understand like, hey, you can be there too. I'm just the same as you. I'm a regular person that hated working out or hated eating healthier, meal prepping, or didn't know how to do that. And and then just share about that. Okay. And then my next thing I actually don't even know where I was going with that. I totally just lost my train of thought. With pushing for elite, I don't want anyone to feel like, one, that whether you just joined now or you joined a year ago or a year and a half ago or whatever, everybody plays a role in that push. And I had actually was talking to one of the coaches on our team this past week or last week, and they had said, I don't feel like I'm really doing anything. And one of the things I explained to them was, if you are working out and you're drinking your shake and you're doing personal development and trying to be the best version of yourself, then you do play a role on this team. And you do play a role in us going elite or going in the top 200. And with a push like this, you guys, it is something to be proud of. It is something that we worked hard for. It is something that took a lot of dedication and accountability and support every single day. And it's not something that a lot of people are able to do right now. To be even where we are, even if we don't finish in the top 200, to even be as close as we got, it's a huge deal. And it's something to be proud of. Just like if you were at work and you were working for a company and you were, trying to get an assignment done and you were working your butt off to get there. If you were really, really close, that's something to be proud of. And everyone on your team is going to work together to get there. The whole elite thing, and the reason that I talk about it in the group page, is also because every single person plays a role in this. There is no coach ever that can say they were an elite team or a top 200 team without a whole group of successful women behind them, working their butts off, living their best life, and helping support each other. Because it's just not possible. The only way to do this and push for this huge goal is as a team and standing all together and behind each other. But with that being said, I also want you to know that you don't have to be pushing for diamond or emerald or anything. Like I said in the beginning of the call, you can be here just because you needed the team atmosphere and the friendships and the support, and maybe you needed to be like a challenger in every single group. So you're like, okay, I'm going to just drink the Shakeology and be in the group. And that's completely okay too. When I posted that Emerald group yesterday, in our team page, whether you are my personally sponsored coach or you are not my personally sponsored coach, I try to share as much information as I can to provide the things for the people who want to run with it, and to also support anyone who is just doing things. So I know in a challenge group, you guys check in and you mark off that you drank your shake, or you mark off that you did your workout. But as a coach, I'm not always in a challenge group. Like if you're one of my diamond coaches, a lot of times I'm not in a challenge group with you. So I don't know 100% that you are drinking your shakes or doing your workouts. Like I can see your stuff on your page, but I don't always know what you're doing on the side, like personal development wise. So when I put up those posts on our team page, it's also to hold you accountable and say like, okay, maybe you can look at it and say you had a rough week. I think Joni, I don't know if she's on this call. She last week was like, hey, you know, I had a rough week, but I'm ready to kick butt next week. And for her, I think that was like a reminder like, hey, you can have a bad week or a week where you didn't work out all the time, or maybe you skipped shakes, and that's okay. And that's okay to say, I only did 3 or I only did 2, but next week I'm going to do more than what I did last week. We talk about this a lot, how winning your day is one of the biggest things you can do in this business, because it takes every single day you grow a little bit more. So you can ask yourself every day, did you drink your shake? Did you do your workout? Did you do your PD? And then be honest. Did you win your day at the end? Kristen gave a whole, Kristen, who was the person that actually gave your whole speech when you talked about this on a team call?
It was Craig.
Oh, yeah.
When I had my meeting with him.
Okay, yeah. Kristen had talked a little while ago. Actually, probably like, 4 months ago?
It was in June? I think it was June. So, yeah, like 6 months ago.
Yeah, so she had talked about this, like winning your day. That is something they really strive for us to do, is win your day. At the end of the day, what did you do to be the best you can be? And then also look at it on the business side, because there's 2 different sides in this. There's one that we're working on ourselves. That's doing your workout, your shake, and your PD. Then on the business side, ask yourself, did you invite? Did you share on your Facebook? Did you connect with people? And be honest, because you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings if you did nothing in your business that day, or if you didn't do your workouts that day. But if you're not honest with yourself, you won't know. And then you might end up feeling like, hey, I'm failing at this, when really you're not failing. Maybe you just weren't working the business side and you were really working on yourself. And that doesn't mean you didn't win your day. That just means you won your personal part of the day, and maybe the next day you want to improve on the other area. So every night when you go to sleep, those are the 2 things you should really be thinking about when you're asking yourself, did you win your day? And ask it from your personal point of view. And then also ask from your business point of view and see what you did and where you could have done something different. Maybe you went an entire week and didn't share on your Facebook, or maybe you went an entire week and didn't invite at all. So being honest with yourself about that is very important, because I can't tell you, I've only been in the business a little less than 2 years. And I can tell you, I've heard tons of stories and, seen the statistics of how many people sign up and how many people give up and think that they failed or think that they can't do this. And I truly, truly believe that there is no one out there that can't do this. Where there's a difference is we're different than any other company, because you have to work on yourself. We're not a company that you can just share on Facebook and say, buy my product and do that. Not that there's anything against those companies, but there is a difference in what we do versus doing Rodent and Fields or doing candles or whichever, or LuLaRoe. All of those, it's more just the selling part of it. And obviously Rodent Fields focuses more on your skin, but you don't have to be doing personal development to work for those companies. You don't have to be working out. You don't have to be eating cleaner or sharing that stuff. You just have to be selling the product. And so for this business, you have to be real with yourself and know that it is a business and everyone is capable of doing it. But doing the basics, working on yourself, and then sharing and inviting are things you have to be doing to grow it. And if you feel like I can't do this, then reach out to your personally sponsored coach or reach out to me and ask, hey, this is what I'm doing. But come to them and let them know, what are you doing? Maybe the way, the last team call, I talked about the way I do my power hours. And I was a little bit scared to share that with you guys because I do my power hours a little different than the power hour sheet. I do that sheet, but I break it up differently. So when I shared about that and shared about the notebooks, I was like, okay, well, what if I share this and then someone tries it and it doesn't work for them? But I shared it anyways, and I know some of you are trying it, and hopefully it ends up working, or if not, you go back to whatever way works for you. but find a way that works for you. And if you're feeling like you're failing at it, reach out to your coach and talk to them. One of the things that I really don't want happening is I feel like lately there has been a lot of stuff just going on between coaches versus people going to the actual coach. If we're having issues with anyone, if you're not getting the help you need from your personally sponsored coach, or you're having whatever issue with something or not feeling right about something, reach out to your personally sponsored coach, because I know that everyone is here to change lives and to be the best version of themselves. And we're also here to grow a business. And with all of that, we want to make sure as coaches, we are providing all the materials we can and helping you in every way we can. And if you start to feel like, hey, you're pushing me too much, this isn't what I wanted, then let your personally sponsored coach know. Or if you feel like, hey, I'm not getting the information or the accountability I need from my personally sponsored coach, reach out and tell that coach, because we want to eliminate anyone going to each other and saying stuff, because no one is on this team trying to make anyone feel bad or feel like they're not going fast enough or slow enough or whatever. We want to encourage everyone to go at the pace that they want and to be the best version of themselves and to help change lives. Success Club is there, and I do leadership boards. Leadership boards are never to make anyone feel like, hey, you're not on it, so you suck. It's to let you know that, hey, these people changed lives this month, because that is why we are in this business. So when we post that leadership board, that is who changed lives that month. That is who reached out to more people. That doesn't mean that they're any better than you or different than you. That just means we're recognizing those people because they did change lives and they get recognized for it. And it's just to encourage you guys. If you weren't on the board, I don't want you to ever feel bad that you're not on the board. I want you to know that if you weren't there, let your goal be to at least get to Success Club 2 the next month. So that way you are going to, no matter what, your goal is to help at least one person. And then maybe that second month, your goal is to help 2 people. And eventually it's to help 3 people. There are a lot of people in this business that didn't hit Success Club right away and are, 15-star diamond coach or top coaches. But it took them a little while to get consistent in changing lives and how everything works. So it might take you a little longer, but set goals for yourself. Let your personally sponsored coach know what your goals are. And know when I'm posting in the team page, I'm posting because I want to make sure you guys have the information to build your business, and anything I can provide that I've learned along the way, whether it's stuff that I'm doing or learning from other coaches, I want you guys to have that so that you can move forward. But that never means that anyone has to be emerald or has to be diamond or whatever. The diamond catcher thread is something that is the people in that all decided they wanted to push for diamond. And they had to originally, the diamond catcher thread, typically you have to have 4 coaches to be in it. And because it's the end of the year, we have more people in it, even if you didn't have 4 coaches, because if you were pushing with us, we wanted to make sure you had the accountability. But starting again in January, it will go back to having 4 coaches to be in the diamond catcher thread, and then there'll be a separate diamond thread, just so that everyone's kind of with people who are pushing for the same goals. I've been trying to figure out too, even with the Livin2beFIT team page, that's like for everybody, but I also sometimes think maybe we need one that's like for people that are trying to go for emerald, or just to kind of balance it out. But that one's also, I think, we have everyone in there, so it's kind of helpful. Kristen, yes, I don't see your hand, but yes.
I stopped raising it, but I always feel rude interrupting, so I never wanted to start talking. So I was going to say, this was like back when you were talking about the winning your day. And for those of you who know what I'm going through my personal life, it's been a lot of people have given me that's fine, you need to take a step back or whatever. And I was still just feeling really crappy. And I had a talk with Pam, because Pam's awesome. And, I told her that at the end of the day, I was feeling crappy. And a huge part of it was because I was letting myself get caught up in the stuff that I couldn't control. And because of that, I wasn't doing the stuff that I could control. So at the end of the day, I had literally accomplished nothing because I can't control the things that I was focusing on. And therefore I was wasting a bunch of time not getting stuff done. So I was telling her, I'm like, I know, like, what will make me feel better is just to do the things that I can. So for me, a part of winning my day is to do like those basic things, to show up and to do them. And it's because I want to do it. So I need to set out in the morning and decide, like, this is what I want and this is what I'm going to focus on. And that's kind of where it really comes into play. Like, what is your why? And for a lot of people, I don't think you've really figured out your why if you're not showing up every day to push for your goals. You might think you know it, but I've gone through a lot of ups and downs in this business. And if I didn't have a strong and solid why for being here, I probably would have quit like a year ago. So I think that it's important to kind of find your focus and go from there. And if you're going to complain about stuff, you're going to most likely find somebody who's going to tell you it's okay. And you'll eventually feel okay about that. But if that's not really what you're looking for, and that's not really where you want to be, somebody telling you it's okay isn't going to change how you're feeling about yourself. So for me, I didn't need somebody to tell me it was okay to step back. I didn't need somebody to tell me it was fine. I knew that. Like, I knew in my heart, it's fine if I want to take a step back, but I didn't want to. And what I needed was a push. And so that's like kind of where I am now. But I think the cool thing about this business is you can win every day and you'll feel really good about winning your day, but you need to have a clear-cut idea of what winning your day means. Not what winning my day means, not what Jesse's winning day looks like, because it might be totally different. A winning day for you could be waking up and getting in a workout, drinking your shake, and doing your personal development. Check those 3 things off and you're going to feel awesome at the end of the day. For Jesse, it might be wake up, work out, drink a shake, send 100 invites, follow up with 10 coaches, like do all this stuff. And if she doesn't do all those things, she's going to feel really crappy if she just did like your 3 winning things. So don't compare yourself to where anybody else is. Figure out what you need to do for you and then go out and like do that. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Don't worry about where their business is going, because you're going to start feeling really good and your goals will start to fall in line with that. But if you're pushing for somebody else's goals, you're going to be disappointed. So I don't know if that helps anyone, but you really just kind of need to figure out where you want to be and where to go. And that's how you're going to feel good about it.
And yes, Kristen is extremely strong because she has had a rough year and literally pushes when she messages me about certain things. I always feel like you shouldn't even be messaging me because you have too much going on in your life that I literally just feel like stressed for her. And then when she messages me about Beach Ready, I'm like, just take a break, which is not what I should be telling her, but I just feel bad. But yeah, you guys, I'm in the single moms group, which Frankie today was like, you're not a single mom. You can't be in that group. But I was in a single moms group on Facebook, and I literally joined it because of Beachbody, I think is why I was in it. I don't really know. And I was a single mom. But every time that anything pops up, the moms that post in this group, I mean, it is like negative after negative after negative. There's nothing positive about it. Like every time I read something, I'm like, these women hate men, or anti-men, and it's horrible. And finally today, I posted in the group and was like, hey, this is not meant to offend anyone. It's just, I just want to share my story so that for anyone who's in my spot can understand. I was a single mom and I had my daughter and didn't get $1 of child support. I didn't have any of that. And this is what I did. And I kind of told them, I went to college anyways, and I worked full time. I mean, my 1 semester of school, I had 24 hours and was working full time, and I had a 2-year-old. So I worked my butt off. And I told these girls, in this thing, they focus so much on going on these dates and having a guy in their life. And I'm like, you can do it without it. You can do everything you want. And the better you feel about yourself, you're going to feel better. So So today I literally wrote out this whole thing. And so many women end up saying like, thank you, because we haven't looked at it that way. Like we've focused so much on, you know, the wrong things, because it's easy to start focusing on all the negative things, all the things that are going wrong or the things that you're not doing right. And you get caught up in that. But if you start focusing on the things you are doing right and the things where you can go and just looking into the future, if you're not hitting Success Club right now and you're struggling, that does not mean that you can't do this. It might take you longer to get started. It may take you longer for people to want your help. That doesn't mean that you're a bad coach. That doesn't mean anything. That means you're trying to figure out how this works. And you're also got to be a product of the product. You have to show people that you're reliable, that you're going to stay in this. I can't tell you how many people, even, you know, that didn't coach under me, but just in general, you see people say they're a Beachbody coach and then they're posting for a little bit, you know, a couple months, and then they're gone and they no longer post about it. And you don't know why, and you don't know what happens. And that's why people sometimes can be hesitant to ask you for help or to believe that, hey, is this person really going to help me? Because maybe they had a crappy experience before and they, you know, are nervous to, or they heard things about Beachbody and are like, okay, well, I don't want to do this because blah, 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 whatever they heard. You have to remember those things and just keep sharing. The more you improve on your journey and the more your mindset is clear and ready to keep pushing, the more you're going to grow. Because I talked about this on our last team call. Even if you didn't help a single person for this entire year, you didn't make any extra money, you paid for your Shakeology all year round, the only difference that you would have is you are going to be a completely different person in that year. Mentally, physically, you are going to be on a completely different level and have a totally different outlook on your life. So when you're having days where you're struggling and feeling like you can't do this or you're not hitting your goals, that's what you need to remember, is it might just be taking longer. Now, with that being said, if you want to hit something, work your butt off. There's times that I haven't, you know, gone to sleep until 11:55. Me and Alex, the last night, doing stuff on the computer, we went all the way until midnight, technically 12:13. But that's what it takes sometimes. And if you have a goal, don't let your doubts take over. Don't let the negativity and the things in your head telling you, okay, you can't do this, or you aren't good enough to do this, or you're not like that coach. You can do it. It's just you have to believe in yourself. And we get so much self-doubt in ourselves. And I will be honest, I even get self-doubt in myself. If it was not for my boyfriend and this team, like, I have leaned on people more in this year than I think I ever have. And whether I'm doing well or not, there's days that you doubt things. You don't know if you're doing things right. You don't know if you're failing or succeeding, and you freak out. And there's times, I mean, even in this push, when we were pushing for this 5-star and elite, there were days that I was like, should we be pushing for this? Like, I don't know. And you start to freak out. But then I had so many coaches reminding me, like, no, we're going to do this. Like, we are doing this. And people pushed. Pam was putting her last coach on the last night of the thing. And I think I even said a text, like, I don't know if this is going to happen. And she's like, it is happening. And so then she like got my head back in it. I was like, okay, no, it's happening. Like, we're doing this. And that's the kind of stuff, lean on each other. You're going to have self-doubt. That is part of this. That is part of growing up. And it's something that we all have in ourselves. We hold ourselves back. And that's what majority of people in your newsfeed are doing. People are scared to admit their flaws, scared to put themselves out there or try new things because we don't want to fail and we don't know if we're going to be good at things. And this is something you can all be good at, whether you're starting now or have been doing it for a while, whether you are fit and where you want to be or not. It's something that everyone can do. You just have to be willing to keep working on yourself. And if you are not doing personal development, you need to be doing personal development. At least one time a week, I'm going to be asking in the morning, like, what is your personal development? I want you to share something. And the reason I'm doing that is because we're all reading different books. And if you don't have a book, you can ask our team. But I want to know that you're doing your personal development because your mindset is the thing that holds you back from everything. And if you are not doing anything to keep your mind, like I was talking about before, selling makeup or purses or something, you don't have to have the best mindset to do that. You don't have to feel the best about yourself or have a clear mindset on that. You can still do it. This is a business where you really need, if you're pushing and you're struggling with stuff and posting these pictures, I mean, I know all of us probably have gone to post a picture and then debated in our heads, like, is this transformation big enough? What are people going to think? Like, is this good enough? And we ask each other and we ask everyone on the team, and we do this because we're scared to put ourselves out there and we're scared of what's going to happen on the other side of that. And you have to remember, just keep moving forward and keep putting yourself out there, because the more you put yourself out there and make yourself vulnerable and just honest, the more you're going to grow and grow and grow. I usually just text. That is very true. Yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest, I even asked transformation pictures because if you guys know me, Pam actually last week texted me and was like, I'm proud of you. Or I woke up on Wednesday morning to a text from her being like, I'm proud you posted your transformation, because I absolutely hate transformations. Because I feel like I used to be really skinny, and I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, I'd rather look like that than what she looks like. And I mean, right now, if you heard me getting ready to go out, none of my clothes fit. I have one pair of jeans that fit. And we have gone shopping numerous times and nothing fits me right now. And it is, even though I feel good, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, this is not so awesome because I can't fit in anything and just feel like I'm getting bigger and bigger. So you're going to have days that you don't feel your best. And you just have to remember to trust the process, keep pushing forward. And if you're being the healthiest version of yourself, then you're going to keep moving forward and forward and forward. Anytime, you guys, if you're struggling with something, if you're struggling, like I said, with feeling pushed too much or not enough, reach out to your personally sponsored coach. Let us know if we are doing something wrong so that we can help you in the right direction. None of us want to see anyone fail. None of us want to see anyone give up on themselves. The whole reason that we have a team is to work together and push together and encourage each other together and hold each other accountable on the days that we are struggling the hardest. On the days where we feel like we're failing, or the days we feel like our transformation's not enough, that is when we really need to all come together. And that's what the team is here for, is to help each other push and be better every single day, day in and day out. Meredith, I wanted to do it too. Yes, do it tonight. I know. Well, and you second guess yourself. Like, literally, you're sitting here working out. You should be feeling your best. And we all second guess ourselves. Like, is this a big enough one or what? It's a whole mindset game. So just make sure, just keep sharing. And whether it is a small transformation or a big transformation, it matters. It's a transformation. And if you're feeling better because you've been doing these things, then who cares if no one likes it? That's when you can tell our team, and then we can all go like it and look at how many likes you just got. It's a ton. And no one's going to know that it's from your entire team. So there's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, sometimes the big changes make people feel like they can't do it. They just like to see the change be real. Very true. And me personally, I do not have a big transformation. So that is why I struggle with it so much, that I'm like, okay, well, I don't have a huge one. I'm gaining more muscle, but I'm not skinny, and I still have tons of friends that would rather be skinny over having muscle altogether. So I know they're probably looking at the pictures like, ew, this girl's a freak. But that's that. Do you guys have any questions for me or comments to say? No? Is there anything you guys needed answered tonight that hasn't been answered? Good. Stephanie Cirillo, are you okay? Yeah. I didn't know if you were raising your hand or just putting it in the thing. All right, then that is it. If you have not posted a transformation, make sure you do. Taylor, you're going to post one tonight, and Meredith, you are going to post one tonight too. So be ready, everyone, to go like them. And you guys, if you haven't friend requested each other on Facebook, make sure that you do, because that way we can all be supporting each other in this business every single day on days that you feel like no one is supporting you. Because it is harder getting started too in the beginning. You're lost and you're starting to post and no one in your Facebook feed like knows what you're doing. All right, and thanks for sharing mine. Oh yeah, and Nicole looked awesome in her Coeur de Force. If anyone needs Coeur de Force pictures, use hers. Kendall posted hers too. Alex, have you posted yours yet on Facebook? And Alex posted hers. Also, you guys, one last thing. If you have not posted, if you have transformation photos, go into the team page and put them in there. Meredith, I think I put yours already. But anyone else, go put them in. We have a file and it's albums, and then put them in there. That way, if you 1 week don't have a transformation, you can use a teammates. So when you put it in there, also write kind of like what program you were using or like whatever you want us to know, so that when we go to post it, we're able to like have the information. So if it's a Coeur de Force, we can say she did Coeur de Force for 30 days and followed the meal plan, or maybe you didn't follow that meal plan, you followed something else. Maybe you're following macros or whatever. Just make sure that you put a little bio with it. That way we know. And also if it's there, know that your teammates might be using it. So that is it. All right, did someone get a picture? I'm going to take one because I don't know. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Frankie just asked why no one's talking. They're all muted, but they're smiling. Want to come say hi? You can come say hi.
Hey.
He's embarrassed.
Where's my coach?
Oh, wait, show him your ponytail really fast.
Oh. Wait, it fell. It came out. Look.
Oh, holy cow.
I got enough.
You have to duck. They can't even see it.
I know, it's good.
Check it out.
How y'all doing?
Hi.
I couldn't do this. There's no way. This is weird.
You're a coach.
Good
You're
deal.
technical.
Yeah, I'm a hard-working coach.
Yeah, for all of you that are under Frankie, he's technically your coach. That's a lot of you guys, actually.
Keep it up.
All right, I will post that in the team thread, and then that is basically it. So I love you guys all. Meredith and Taylor, get your transformation photos up tonight. Anyone else who hasn't, make sure you do that. And then promote your paid group this week. Or I'm just kidding, free group. Cool? All right, bye guys.
Bye, everyone. Good night.